But I have a question here. Like, if you have to name entertainment, how does it feel? How hard it was? Tell me a little bit about how does it feel to do a TEDx talk?
How does it feel? Oh,
Yes. So just for the audience, Daniel just recently. How when was it? Uh,
yeah, just a couple months ago, I'm still
just
waiting for the organizers to, well, they're working with TED, so apparently it's a lot of back and forth with 9 speakers to get it
yeah.
approved, taking some time. But yeah, did that this year.
Okay, so how
Wait,
did that go? How did that go? Tell us a little bit about the backstage of this.
Okay, so the backstage of this was a lot of preparation. So I am not a person who can just wing it, I don't have imposter syndrome, but I can be a perfectionist in some areas. So like kind of like what you talked about earlier, like Matthias, of like some things we're perfectionists and other things. And with the TED talk, this is for life. So it's not just what you say, it's like how you look. Like I was trying to work out, make sure my makeup was perfect, hair done. So like logistically, those are the things I was thinking
How
of.
many
But
hours
then
it could take the dress choosing, for example?
a lot of trying to figure out what color to look good against a black background. But there was a lot. And thankfully for this TEDx event, they had coaches who helped us. So I worked with a coach that was assigned to me. And I think like total hours of just writing my speech, rewriting it, practicing back and forth was probably somewhere around like 30 hours, 20 to 30 hours.
You
Um,
you spend 30 hours to prepare for the TEDx.
yeah,
just
for
to
those
prepare.
like 15, 18 minutes, for how long?
My talk was about 12 to
Okay.
13 minutes, I think was my
Oh,
talk.
good timing. Good
Yeah.
timing. Should be like really
So
hard to sharp all your content in 30 minutes, even though when you're there, it's infinite, like it's really long, 30 minutes, 13 bad.
yes, yeah, yeah. Like when I first wrote it, it was closer to 18. So then it's like, working with your coach just to make sure you're telling a story, so to say.
Exactly, yeah, yeah.
So
Civil.
tell me a little bit of this. There are 5 minutes before you show up into that show stage. What
Hmm.
did you feel? How was it? How many times did you went to the bathroom? I'm a guy that whenever I have to present something, I go at least 20 times in 10 minutes. So
You dehydrate yourself.
yeah,
Yeah, that was exactly what happened. I was number three that day, and the first person, like he went quite a bit over. It was a really good talk, but he went over. I think he spoke for almost 20 minutes. Um, so it was quite long. And then the second person, I was sitting there and I was just like, I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to miss your talk, but I really gotta go to the bathroom. And he just looked at me, he's like, he's in the
go,
zone. Come
go.
to the I was like, okay.
I,
Like it was so many nerves going through my body. And then once I went to the bathroom, I felt more at ease because I practiced so much. And it was just a matter of like trusting myself and trusting my body. And the reason why I say body is because the way I remember things often is with my hands. So there were lines that I kept forgetting, but I had this whole like hand gesture. I was like, duh, and then everything would flow. So it's just I didn't just remember what I had to say. I had like movements. I'm like left stage, right stage,
it was
front.
a choreo. It was a TikTok video, but on TEDx.
How many
Yes.
people were in there? You have a number?
I think it was about 150 people in the audience.
150. So after you nailed it, how did you feel? Like relaxed? Like how was it?
I felt good. So this was the first time of me like sharing like my failure story, so to say. So I told a little bit of my story, like the failure one that I mentioned, and then also two of my clients' stories, because it's all about storytelling to help people connect. And I just felt like this sense of like release, because also there's 150 people live, but then also there was like the Zoom link, so people connecting, and my mom was watching,
Oh,
and I haven't shared it with her, and there was some like family anecdotes because part of my failure, what, so like
It's
little
because
family.
your mom. Like.
Oh no, like I had this immense pressure to succeed, so that's what kind of caused me my failure to just be this whole catastrophic life event for me, where I just like sunk in. So this is the first time I actually said aloud about my depression, and so in saying it, I just felt so like, okay, it's out here. This is it, and you know, my I was the last person before the intermission. We had 9 speakers, so I was the last person. So then so many people coming up to me afterwards saying they could connect. It just made me just feel so good. And then that night talking to, well, the next day because of the time zone difference, talking to my mom, she was just also, I guess, understood a bit better, and she was just like, Danny, you know, I'm always proud of you. So it was just nice to finally just be able to share that without being ashamed.
I have to say that's why I don't invite my mother to my public speakings. By the way, just it adds tons of pressures on it, but it's good that afterwards, right? The aftermath was like positive in a way.
Yeah, yeah, it was good.
So,
So like now I feel better about the whole situation.
and what's next for you, Danny? What is the next big hit that you're planning to?
Well, right now, so honestly, I want to slow down because the last 3, 4 years have just been constantly expanding and pushing my comfort zone. I really just kind of want to hone it and focus on Be Coached, my company, and teaching. So, yeah, like what's next for me?
Maybe some
Vacation.
vacation.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Denmark, but it's not so much of
Denmark. I've been there.
yes.
Where do you want to go?
I'll be in a small town called Skive, which is in Jutland. My friend has a like she has like a horse farm, so I'll be cleaning stables and like horse poo.
Isn't
Because
that
that's
isn't that a
Nice.
relaxing time? Like shovel horse pool is like therapeutic, coaching capabilities if you ask me. So,
yeah.
Danny, thank you. I really I think that that was great. That was a great conversation. I would like to ask you that after you stop horse riding in Denmark, where people can find you and if they have any doubts about Big Coach.
Yes, they can find us at becoached.com. So it's letter B, COACHED.com. And then also on LinkedIn, Danielle Francis, always up for connecting with people and like shoot me a message if you're interested in coaching, training, or anything along those lines. Like, or even just want to chat. Like, you have no
Yeah.
idea how many people I can talk to. So yeah.
And you can do that freelance on remotely or traveling around Spain.
Yes. So I primarily work virtually in terms of coaching, but I also do facilitation for workshops, which can be live and mainly here in Barcelona, but also available to travel around Europe. So I have given workshops, public speaking in other places around Spain. And yeah, and also I do lecture at a couple universities here as well. So if you need a topic related to management or entrepreneurship, design thinking, because it's all about creativity and solving problems. Like the coaching is all about solving problems and the gaps and being creative to get there. Um, I'm the person that can help you with that.
Hey, please don't hesitate. We just heard that he's a TEDx spoken person, so that adds a lot of value. I have to say that is a top thing on your CV, right? Like,
It's not even listed on there actually. Maybe I should add it. Like,
hey, you
Definitely.
should.
You should definitely do that. 100%. I would say.
Yes, totally. That is a major accomplishment. Congratulations about that, by the way. No, it's fine. Like, I don't know. Like, I hope you have a great time today, and thank you again for joining. I think it went great, and I hope we meet again. Like, I will be probably near Barcelona, like in a month or so. So maybe we can have a beer.
yes, no, that would be great. And thank you both for having me. This was fun. I really appreciate the invitation. And I was a little nervous because I'm like, what are we going to talk about? And what are you going to ask me? So this was
Argentinians.
good. No, it's good. And I think, like, we were at the beginning, we started talking about coaching and like being a coach and, those emotions as a coach, having to publish myself now on like LinkedIn and have this persona, like you only get to show one side of yourself. You
Yeah.
don't really get to show the fragile side of you, the human part, in a way that, you just can be raw with it. So it was just nice to, I guess, kind of be seen as a person rather than a coach.
Yeah, and then I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that because I could see in your eyes that you were being yourself, and that's something really valuable, at least for me. So thank you.
Well, thank you too, because you both were also like engaging and shared your stories and your thoughts as well.
Yeah,
So that
thank
was
you for
very
the
cool.
thought. Thank you for thinking that we have this schedule. So that just
Yeah.
to tell you that we winged the whole thing.
I mean, I'm glad that we understood each other. To be honest, that's that's enough. That you understand our English, and I think that's a good achievement for us.
Yeah.
Yes, no, you understand my English and my little couple rants of Spanish. So
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great with that. So okay, that's it, Danny. Yeah, thank you again. I don't want to take too much of your time, and well, you are welcome here whenever you want to have any kind of conversation. Just let us know, and
Yeah, please.
we can talk whatever you want. Like, yeah, this is an open room for you. Oh, always
are you
welcome.
sure you won't tell me that?
Yeah, sure,
Definitely,
totally.
definitely.
Sure. Yes, yes,
But thanks,
totally.
this was fun.
Thank you.
Hey, Danny, have a good day.
You too. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.